here on worksheet 5. Number 8, we got 6 to the negative 4 over 6 to the power of positive 2. What's my like base here in number 8? 6 is my like base, if I can get this to focus. Maybe it needs something to focus on. There we go. So like base is 6. What exponent am I going to put first? Negative 4, or am I going to put the 2 first? Negative 4 minus 2, right? If you need to use our number line, which we talked about yesterday, we start at negative 4. If we're subtracting, are we going to go to the left or to the right? We're going to the left if we're subtracting, because all these negative numbers are to the left. 2 spaces lands us at negative 6, right? Now we don't want to leave a negative exponent in our answer, so we can turn this into a fraction. Good morning, Delaran. Flip that fraction around. 1 over 6 to the negative 6. And now that we flipped our fraction, what do we do with this negative 6 on top? Turn it into a positive. No need to expand out 6 to the 6th. It's good how it is. 1 over 6 to the 6th is what we get for number 8. Questions on how we did that? This one might be a little confusing because of the negatives, the 2 minus signs in there. But that's what we get. 1 over 6 to the power of 6. Right? If you start at negative 4, go to the left 2 spaces, that's 6. Flipping on over to 14 on the back. And Delaran, go ahead and take out worksheet 5. We're going to go over a couple problems before we turn it in. 14 to the negative 1 over 14 to the third. My like base is 14. And we'll do the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. That's our quotient rule. Negative 1 minus 3. If you don't want to use the number line, again, you could think about spending $1 and then spending $3. Yeah, Yasmin? Okay, go for it. Or outside? Yeah, go for it. Just take the pink pass. So if you spend $1 and then spend $3, how much did you spend in total? $4 total, right? 14 to the power of negative 4. But again, we don't want to leave it like that. We'll put it over 1, flip it around. 1 over 14 to the negative 4 turns into 1 over 14 to the 4th. What would 14 to the 4th be, just out of curiosity? If we do 14 times 14 times 14 times 14. Yeah, 38,416. We don't need to write all that, okay? We can just leave it as 14 to the power of 4. Much neater, much simpler. You're going to spend 10 minutes on a test trying to multiply that out by hand without your calculator. So leave it just like that. There's our answer there. Does that help with 14? Whoever suggests 14? Cool. Over to 15. Now we got 15 squared over 15 to the 5th. Let's think about that kind of reverse shortcut from the warm-up. I see that we have a bigger number on bottom for our exponent than we have on the top. So I want to try this one differently. I want to expand this one out. If we have 15 squared on the top, how many times am I going to multiply 15 by itself up here? 2 times, thank you. 15 times 15. Now how many times am I going to write out 15 on the bottom? 5 times. 15 times 15 times 15 times 15 times 15. Now if you did it the quotient rule way, that's fine. You don't have to write this down, but if you want to add this in just as another option, that's great too. That's right. It's always good to have options. Jeez, that's loud. Do we have any pairs of 15s on the top and bottom that we can cancel out? We sure do. We have 2 pairs of them, right there and right there. Cross, cross. How many 15s do we have left on the bottom?
2.
3 of them, right? 1, 2, 3. And we don't have any on top, so what number goes on top again?
1.
That 1. There we go. Just like that. We can do the quotient rule, like I said. 15 to the 2 minus 5 gives us 15 to the negative 3. Thank you. And thank you. We're going over worksheet 5 right now, guys. Just so you know. Put 15 to the negative 3 over 1. Flip it around. 1 over 15 to the negative 3 turns into 1 over 15 to the positive 3. Same exact answer, just a few less steps, and it's a lot more visual for us to see exactly what we're doing on the top and the bottom. Whichever way works for you works for me. Both are acceptable. Now, 16. Sorry, any questions on 15? Show a thumbs. How are we feeling about that? Feeling okay? Okay, cool. Over to 16, we got 9 to the 0th over 9 squared. Again, we could do the quotient rule here, but did anyone see an even quicker way for us to get an answer here? Roz, go for it. One more time, sorry.
It's just 9 here.
Yes, so on the bottom we just have 9 squared. What's 9 times 9 equal to? 9 times 9? 81, good. Now what's 9 to the 0th power? 1. Every single time you see a number raised to the 0th power, it's equal to 1. 1 over 81 is what we can get there. Right? You could do 9 to the 0 minus 2, get 9 to the negative 2, and then do the 3 steps to flip it around. But this is much, much easier, right? So as we're learning more and more things, we're adding to our math little toolkit that we're building out. Use what we've learned before to make your life easier wherever you can. Math is all about patterns and shortcuts. So the more patterns you see, the more shortcuts you can use, okay? Questions about 16? Feeling okay? Feeling tired?
Yes.
I feel it.
Okay.
It'll be all right. 17, last one we're going to go over. 12 to the third over 12 to the third. Let's do the quotient rule. Our like base is 12.
Yep.
We'll do 3 minus 3. What is 3 minus 3?
0.
0.
Equal 1.
And 12 to the power of 0 is equal to
1.
1. Did I do that right?
No.
Take a look.
No.
So this is, again, one of those mistakes that I see a whole lot of. We think, oh, 12 to the 0th power, I'm just going to make that a 1. But why is this answer wrong, Devin?
Because it'd just be a regular 1.
That's right. Our answer should just be 1. Our exponent is not turning to 1. The entire quantity turns to 1. So we are not doing 12 to the 1. I just wanted to see if anyone would catch that. Our answer is just 1. But again, think about what we've learned before. If we have the exact same thing on the top of our fraction as we have on the bottom, well, that's always just going to simplify to 1. Right? If we had like 5 over 5, that's always going to be equal to 1. Same on top as we have on bottom. And this is no different. Okay? Any final questions? Any other problems that we need to go over on this? I feel like we're feeling pretty good, but I could be wrong. So let me know. Bless you. All right. If you're done with this worksheet, go ahead and give it to whoever's in seat lettered A.